Hello, my crafty friends. I'm just going to click a couple of buttons here and get where I want to be. And then we will get started. Okay, I need that. Whoop. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is Tuesday, March 4th of 2025, and I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Southeast Iowa. Hi, Sheila. Yes, it is a rainy afternoon here, isn't it, in Iowa? Hi, Judy. Is it raining where you are at? I know you're not too far away from me, so it probably is. All right. Well, today I have two projects for you. I have a card and a little treat pouch that would be, you could put anything in it, but I'm kind of thinking maybe an Easter treat. So the treat pouch idea came to me from, I want to give credit to Brenda Katwanta. I'm not sure I'm saying her last name correctly. Um, I'm going to be using a brand new product that just is in an online exclusives that just went live today. So we have some new online exclusives that that's just out there as of today. And so I'm going to be using one of those products. Plus, um, March is my anniversary with Stampin' Up. So I have some specials going on that I will talk to you about during Barn Chats, which if you're new here, it's at the end of my video after I do my crafting, and that's when I share things that are going on here in at the Rustic Barn Cards. So but I will be using a couple of stamp sets from the featured bundles that I'm going to be using for my March club. So it's raining. Okay, Judy. It's looks like it's probably raining everywhere in Iowa. Say hi when you jump on. Let me know what the weather's like where you're at. We're going to turn the camera down and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So I decided just to show you the projects that we're going to make right up front today. So this is the card that we're going to make. And yes, it is a celebration stamp set, which you may or may not have, but you could use anything for the focal point. Celebration has ended as of the end of February, but I know a lot of you have the stamp, some of the products from Celebration. And then this label is a label from, which I will show you, from a stamp set that I'm going to be using for my March club. And I have used one of our in colors and Summer Splash. And then this is the little pouch that we're making today. And I have put in a Russell Stover little goodie in here. And I am using the Pick a Season stamp set. And what I like about this is it has eggs, it has flowers, it has shamrocks and hearts, so you can use it for lots of different occasions. And then since this doesn't have any sentiments for the pouch, I'm going to be using Memorable Blooms. You are awesome. And then for my March club, I'm using two bundles, and one of them is the mixed labels. And this stamp set, I actually use the die. There's a die that cuts the label out. So that's what I'm using for my card. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Your kindness made my day. For a great friend, which I'm stamping for our card today. You're pretty wonderful. Just a note to let you know you're on my mind and with sympathy. So you can get the stamp set or the dies, or you can get them together as a bundle. So this is one bundle I'm featuring in my March, and then I will show you later uh, because I have a pouch made uh, with using the stamp set from the other bundle that I'm using for my March club. I'm using Forever Plaid. I'm using that for the card today. And then the brand new Mini Corrugated 3D embossing folder is what I am using for our little treat pouch. So this is what I'm using, if I can get it open. There we go. So it's really, I really like it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's move this pouch away. We're going to do that second. And then we're going to go ahead and make our card. So I'll lay that aside. I'm using the Designer Series paper. And actually, I'm just using the Designer Series paper to cut the label out. So that's the only Designer Series paper on here. But I'm using this. This is in our annual catalog. And it's the Unbounded Beauty. So it's from the Unbounded Beauty, and it has a lot of flowers on one side, but then a little bit not as many flowers on the back, more not as busy. So I'm going to be using this, and then we're going to start with our card base. Today we're going to be using, for the two projects, we're going to be using 3 inks: Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, and Crumb Cake. And so those are the what we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and fold our basic white cardstock. And this is basic white thick, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of Summer Splash, and it is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. We will just go ahead. Actually, before I add that onto there, I think I'm going to go ahead. You need a basic white, and then a basic white layer, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and you just put it in your Forever Plaid embossing folder and run that through, which I have already done, and then here is what it looks like. So we're going to layer those together. So I'm going to layer them together before I add it to my card. And you can use either side of the embossing folder. Like, I mean, after you emboss, you can use either side of the cardstock. One's debossed and one's embossed, I guess. If you like to put just especially when it's embossed, I like to add just a little bit more adhesive than I normally do. And then we'll just line this up on the Summer Splash. It is Summer Splash. I don't know if I said, yeah. So this is Summer Splash. I think I said that. Sometimes I get Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock mixed up. So then we're going to go ahead and layer this. Oh, you know what? Have you noticed, anybody noticed anything that I've already made a mistake? Because I actually do need to stamp first. So it's all good. We're going to bring that basic white layer back because we're going to stamp before we emboss. That would probably work the best. So we're going to bring in our Summer Splash, and we're going to bring in our crumb cake and our little tree trunk. So I'm going to start with I'm going to start with the top of the tree first. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead, and on this, there's a little bit wider place at the bottom, so you know that's where the tree trunk kind of goes in. So we're going to ink this up, and we're going to go ahead and stamp this about right here. Doesn't really matter exactly where you stamp it. Clean them off. Then I'm going to come back with crumb cake. And this is for our tree trunk. So we'll go ahead and ink this up. And we will stamp that right here. And then for this card, we could do the Easter eggs, but I think I'm going to do this for the hearts. But if you were going to give a card and a gift to someone for Easter, you might want to go ahead and do the eggs too. So it looks like I didn't add my hearts, but they're pretty easy to find. So we'll just go ahead and add them on our block. And then we're just going to add them right in here. And I'm going to do it full strength. Looks like we just got 2 on that one, but that's okay. And now we are going to bring in our Forever Plaid, and we are going to actually emboss. So I'm stamping and then I'm going to emboss, but I like to make sure I get it straight. I think that is good. Okay, let me grab or cut an emboss machine. And so I don't think this is, let me check. I don't think it's a 3D. But it is. I didn't feel quite as thick, but it is. So I need plate 1, and then I just need my embossing folder and plate 4, and then we'll just run that right through. So if you're going to do stamping, you want to stamp and embossing on the same. You want to stamp first and then emboss. All right, there we go. So let me grab some. Let me grab some Summer Splash because we're going to cut a new. We're going to cut a new layer of Summer Splash at 5 1/4 by 4. There we go. And now we can layer this on top of here. All right, we're back in business. I think I was working so much yesterday practicing and making that little treat pouch that I wasn't concentrating on my card, was I? But all is good. So we'll just go ahead and layer that together. And now we can layer this on our card front. And then I took On the mixed label dies, we have this die here, and I just laid it on my designer series paper and I die cut that. And you see there's some other really neat labels too. And I die cut, and then I already stamped in Petunia Pop for a great friend. So we are just going to pop it up with dimensionals. And you can put maybe like a mini on each end, but I think I'll just put 3 in the middle, and I think that'll be fine. And then I'm going to put that right at the bottom of the tree trunk for a great friend. And then I'm going to bring in, these are in the annual catalog, and they're the 2024 to 2026 in color dots. So these colors are going to be around through next year, although we do have 5 colors that will be retiring um, soon, and we will get 5 new colors. So this is Shy Shamrock, and this is Summer Splash. So they're not exactly, the same. I think I put Shy Shamrock on my other card, my sample card. So we're going to do Petunia Pop to bring out the Petunia Pop on this card, just for something different. Okay, so here is our card, and here is the sample card where I use the Summer Splash, and then here I use the Petunia Pop. So a kind of a quick and easy card. I really like that Forever Plaid embossing folder. So now let's go ahead and make our little pouch. Okay, so you're going to start with a 6x6. I'm using a thick basic white, but I have you don't have to use the thick, the regular, just any of our regular cardstock will work fine. So a 6x6, and let me get my ink out of the way because I'm going to bring in our scoring board. So I'm going to bring in so you can see that. So it's a 6x6. This we have little there's little so you can little clips that you can and actually they're on the back is where you can well, here's some extra ones, but you can open this up and keep them inside. But I have this scored at 4 1/4 because I use that a lot. Okay, so this has nothing to do with what we're going to do today. I guess what I'm trying to say. So I'm taking this and moving it like a triangle, and I'm going to put the tip of this right at 6, and then I'm going to put this tip at the bottom at 6. And some people I know they mark a line down their scoring board at 6, but I'm just going to take a ruler and I'm just going to make sure that I am at the 6, and I am. So it's all good. Okay. And then I am going to score this at 4 3/8. So I am going to start at 4 3/8, but I'm going to start up here. So I'm going to start up here and then, whoops, and I don't know if you saw that, but I moved it just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to start up here at 4 3/8, and I'm going to go down and then onto my cardstock and go straight down. Okay. And then I'm going to score at 7 5/8, which is after 7 1/2, but it's before the 7 3/4. So I'm going to start up here above the card, get in that groove, and then go straight down. Then I'm going to turn this 1/4 and put the tip back up on the 6. and the bottom on the 6. And just because I want to make sure, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to make sure that I do have the bottom at the 6, and I do. And now I am going to score at 8 1/4. So I'm going to start up here and go straight down like that. Okay, so that's all the scoring that you need. And then there's 2 little triangles. So there's a little triangle here and a little triangle here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I am just going to cut those little triangles out. Just like that. Then I'm going to fold on the score lines. Bone folder. And then I'm going to bring in the Mini Corrugated 3D embossing folder that is just dropped today. It just, you can get it today. And I'm going to add my cardstock in here. And then I'm going to run this through the cut and emboss machine. And then this is what you'll have. Hope you can see that. Hi, Judy Poole. Good to see you. You're right, Judy. The greens are so springy looking on this, and it is a dreary day here in Iowa. So anyway, I hope you can kind of see that. And then you'll still be able to, um, you still can fold this up. You can still see your score lines, or because you already scored it, it's easier to do. All right. So then, before we put this completely together, let's go ahead and I have a stylish shape in basic white, and this is next to the largest. And I do have an extra one, a pouch to show you differently. So we are just going to go ahead and ink up our not a real, going to ink up our tree, and I'm going to kind of come up to the top like that. And then I'm going to bring in our crumb cake. I'm going to stamp. So all the tree trunk won't show, but that's okay. Part of it will. So you can see that it's a tree. And then I'm going to stamp. We have little eggs, little Easter eggs, and I'm going to stamp that in Petunia Pop, and I have already done that. So this is what it looks like. And then I've taken label from the stylish shape, and I've die cut that out, and I stamped "You Are Awesome" from the Memorable Blooms. But you could use any stamp, any sentiment that you wanted. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I already have that done. So now let's go ahead and finish our little pouch. And I am going to grab another little Russell Stover a caramel marshmallow. Now you want to make sure that it's towards the top, so the bottom is a little bit, so it doesn't have any, you have a little bit of, uh, you don't have the candy at the bottom. So just push it to the top, because then it will fit in here better. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this right over, and then I'm going to fold the left over. And so how we're going to keep it closed is using the Petunia Pop ribbon. I think it's about 20 inches, but we are just going to 18 to 20 would probably be enough, but I'm just to make sure that we don't short ourselves. I kind of like just to leave it on the roll before I cut it off. And then I'm going to tie this bow to the side. Like that. Feel like I need to, those little frayed ends. Can you see that? So I'm going to just kind of clip that. That looks better. And then I want this to kind of, this is going to keep it closed so the person that receives this can just undo it. Okay. And then we are going to add, we're going to add our stylish circle. But I'm going to just put dimensionals over here on the left. That way when the person that receives this, they can undo it and then this flap will open. Because if I put them on both sides, dimensionals, then, I guess, of course you could, because the person that receives it could just pull it out. They wouldn't have to open it. So, that's kind of up to you. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add my dimensionals. Instead of on my stylish shape, I'm going to go ahead and add them here. Okay. And I'm going to put it down just a little bit. I think I'm going to bring a small one in. See if I can get it right here. Okay. So we will take these backings off. But you could put it on both sides, and then the person would just pull it out of the pouch. So, but if you want them to open it with the ribbon, then just put your dimensionals on one side. Okay. So we're going to add this, and then I am going to pop up our sentiment. And I'm just going to kind of do that right there. And I do want to add some embellishments. Welcome, April. Oh my. So you're in Iowa too, and the update is 8 inches snow total. Oh goodness. And I think with the wind, it might even be a blizzard, they said. The only, I guess, positive is that it shouldn't last too long, hopefully anyway, with our warmer weather that we're having. So I'm going to bring this in, and I think I'll go ahead and use, I really don't even know if you need any embellishments on this, but we'll just put one right there on uh, on our sentiment. Okay, so this is our little pouch, and then you just pull this out. Now, let me show you another one that I made, and this one I used petal pink cardstock, and I used some online exclusive. This is 1/4 of white ribbon, which will also be in any of you that are club members. It will be in your club member packet. And I used Mixed Florals, which I have somewhere to show you. So Mixed Florals, and also comes with dies, and this is the second. So I'm using two featured sets for my March club, the Mixed Florals and the Mixed Labels. And so I stamped this on basic white cardstock, and then I use my blends, and then I just use my circle die and cut out part of it, because you can see this is a rather large image. And actually, the stamp set's even larger. So let me show you. So this is the stamp set, the stamp rather, that goes with this image. So you can see it's larger than what it shows on the front of the stamp case. So here is the pouches, and I did put like these little cookies, so they fit in there too. Let me find the other. So you can put this in, so that would work too. So there's lots of different things that you could add in the little pouches. So again, we have, but I was kind of thinking it'd be great, Easter's coming up next month. Oh, April, thank you. I'm glad you like my project. Oh, Western Iowa, yes. I heard that it's going to be a lot worse in Western Iowa, and I hope you don't have to go anywhere, April, and you can stay home and be safe. Goodness. Well, I hope everyone liked the projects today, and I appreciate you being here, but don't go away yet because we are going to do barn chats, okay? Barn chats. And with that said, I have been working on my March card club that's just about ready to go out because it goes out on porch pickup. Normally, it's porch pickup on the 10th and it ships on the 11th, but they're all going to be shipped this month. And then I'm also offering in March my club, but it's going to be a special edition. So as I mentioned earlier, March is my Stampin' Up! Anniversary. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to turn the camera down and show you uh, just a little flyer and tell you about my special anniversary edition. So March Club is a subscription, but in March we're celebrating big. It's going to be an extra special club. So everyone who signs up in March for my club, it's going to be $39. So my club is $44, but for March, if you sign up, it's $39 for March. No long-term commitment. Um, March is normally my club is 6 cards, 2 or 3 designs, but for March, you're going to get 11 make and takes instead of the 6, so more crafting fun. You'll get $23 to $25 of Stampin' Up! Product. You'll have envelopes for all of your make and takes, written tutorials, and I do a summary video, which gives you project tips and for each of the cards. And then also in March, there will be a special thank you gift for every March club member. So those of you that are club members or those of you that sign up, everyone will get that special thank you gift. I'm also going to do a prize drawing. Every club member in March is going to be entered in a free drawing for a stamp set. And I'm doing a bring a friend bonus. So if you're a current member and you refer a friend who signs up, then you both get a small gift. And the sign up is by midnight on March 15th. And I always ship the kits out uh, the last week of the month. So, and then in the description, you can get all the details. Hi, Sheila. Oh, I'm glad you like the projects. I'm glad you like them. So, as some of you know, that my plan is to go to Florida. It's a little bit up in the air. I'm not sure. I have a foot issue going on that has been going on since the like end of the first week of January. And I have been to 3 doctors. Well, one doctor twice and then a different doctor. So I am working on trying to get that foot well. My husband's been having some health issues. We were trying to get all his tests and everything out of the way. And taxes, which will be done. But he has one more test left, and so I'm not sure that it's going to get done this week. So naturally his health is more important than us, taking a little vacation. So I'm not sure yet, but whether I'm in Florida or here in Iowa, um, my plans are to be doing my weekly videos on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Central. So, so that's kind of what's going on here, and I hope all of you are doing well. So I guess that's about all in the barn chats. I talked to you about my March Club, that special edition for my anniversary. There'll be some other special things going on because I'm going to be having, I'll just tell you now, I'm going to be having special guests throughout the month, craft with me. So that'll be kind of fun to look forward to that. And I have two international friends, and so they're going to be joining me at 2 different times, and we're going to be doing a little crafting together. So that'll be fun for March. So yeah, so stay tuned for all of that. And check the Stampin' Up! Webpage, or in my description, there is where it says shop with me, and you can look for the brand new online exclusives that have dropped. And online exclusives are just products that's not in the catalog. But speaking of the catalog, it won't be long, and we're going to have a brand new annual catalog. So a couple months. So stay tuned to that. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.